Hello students, welcome to DSS online classes. Today we will be discuss our next topic, that is water, from the geography chapter 2nd, land, soil, water, natural vegetation and wildlife resources. So children, water is the most vital renewable natural resource. First, without water we cannot imagine the life first on the earth. If you look at the globe image, the satellite image of the planet of the earth, you find the satellite image on the planet completely blue shade. Why is it so? Because 3/4 of the area is covered with water. 70% of the earth is completely covered with 5 different oceans together, and that is one of the reason why earth known as blue planet or watery planet. Watery planet is nothing but the planet which contains more amount of water is known as watery planet. Now there are many researches going on and another planet also, but till date the planet which is having huge water resource is the planet earth, which is rotatable human life existence is plenty earth. The moving on the understand in further how many years before human life has been started on the earth. It is believed that nearly 3.5 billion years ago the life of the man has started on the earth. It can be in primitive time, but still the life of the man on planet earth is this watery planet of called blue planet started nearly 3.5 billion years ago. The oceans see man today contribute for the growth of rich variety of plants and animals to survive on this planet. Now, do we have 70 to 71% of entire planet covered with water? We have only 1% availability of fresh water, which is highly required for the human and uses the water availability in his every day-to-day activities. As human beings, those are living urban areas, we need water for drinking, for cooking, for washing, for flushing and other uses. All these things we need water. The average estimate for urban citizens is 335 liters per day. This is a requirement so that the demand of the water has increased larger and larger as day some increased. What are the future water beginning so important? Without water we cannot start our day at all. So we need water as due to high industrialization, high urbanization and what used also generate electricity. These various factors and contributing for increasing the demand of water, starting of the process of the industrialization, order to processing of any product, any chemical. They think we need to use lot of water to do the, apart from the human uses water, we need water to do animal for their setting, for the industry factories, then water to generate hydroelectricity, water to use this various kinds of operations and everything we need water. So how these 1% water satisfying the needs of the entire population on the earth? Because the rest of the fresh water are in form of glaciers. 70% of the glaciers are in Antarctic east and in the Antarctic coast. So now the test of the water, what is available for us is the ocean water, sea water and fresh water is available for us is the lake, pond and river. So how the pass is happens, we all know that there is a cost of repetition. That is nothing but when the sun shines from the day till night, you get or heat from the sun. So that heat will not heat the land but also heat the water which is present in the ocean, seas, rivers is everywhere. So when heating water turn into gases, state of water vapor. This water vapor will reach the clouds as the clouds are filled with the water vapor, and the vapor will start to move in the form of clouds and starts to go up by its moving. As we know that we move ago from the earth and towards the space, the temperature fall down. So when the clouds are moving upwards, temperature will fall down. So now the water vapor, which is the gas state, the water which turned as due to heating. So now the water vapor which was heated continuously will water get heated and turn as the water vapor. This water vapor we need experienced the cold climatic conditions are the reduction of temperature, the fall down of the temperature that will result in the transformation of the water vapor into water again. The clouds turns in blackish color and start to rain. So this process starting from the heating up the land and water together, conversion into the water vapor, and water vapor getting stored into the clouds, and the movement of the clouds raining up towards temperature level and is falling down, and there is cause in rain. These all process together is known as what is known as this this process is known as precipitation or water arrangement in technical terms. We also called as hydrological cycle. सो दिस इज़ हाउ द वाटर इज़, ये आपने लास्ट क्लास में भी पढ़ा है कि ये प्रेसिपिटेशन किस तरह से वर्क करता है, या ये जो हाइड्रोलॉजिकल साइकिल है ये किस तरह से वर्क करती है. सो दिस इज़ हाउ द वाटर is very important for us in our day-to-day activities. It is nearly very important natural resource for us, which is vital and which is also renewable. You say renewable, it can be used again and again. Like for example, when using this one to generate electricity, when you are generating electricity, once you use the water, you made the turbine to rotate and generate it, and the generator and electricity starts the work. The same water can be collected back again through the motor. We can pump the water upwards again. We use the same process. So like this process we can use and end of numbers of times we generate electricity. Like this using of water to generating electricity many times is known as renewable resources. Now move on to next topic. What are the problems if you look at the continent of Asia, South Asia, Southeast Asia, American continents, and also we have the Australian continents where they finding to get fresh waters. Fresh water getting is not a problem. Only in few continents it is getting to be a large problem. In the year is where the urbanization is happening, where the industrialization was in itself is peak. So whatever may be the reason, it can be due deforestation, over urbanization, over industrialization, or over uses of the water. Availability of fresh water is the serious concern of the modern time. So how do we need to sort out these issues? The best way to conserve of water. Now how do we conserve water? Conservation of water means to use the water in the limited manner, and also try to preserve the water, increase the underground water level, and then it gives a chance for is to get conservation of the water levels. So how overuses and population are two major reasons why we are not able to reuse the water. We discussed earlier water is renewable resources, so we can use a water in on off times. We have seen an example too, but when it comes to its overuse, when we water using overly, and when you were polluting that water, the dirt is getting added to that one, it is becoming difficult to use it again. We need to process of water and use it to again, but the processing of the water is really a very costly. Due to this, it has become very difficult to use the water again and again. The other reason is, what are the major pollutants of water? The agricultural chemicals, What are the agricultural chemicals? The agricultural chemicals are nothing but the pesticides and fertilizers which are being added for the crop. These get added to the soil. When it rains, it goes through the soil, flows of along with them, and gets add to nearby the river and water bodies, and that gets the entire water bodies. This is nothing but the agricultural chemical waste. Next is industrial effluents. Many of the industries do not treat the water and let it off into the rivers or water bodies. It is actually which is filled with the chemical which is coming from the industry. See in the figure, industry waste, which is the spoil the river and water bodies. So how do we conserve the water? The overuse have to be reduced. We have to use water wisely, stop polluting the water, don't allow the dirt water to join into the fresh water. But this is possible, not impossible, but thoda sa mushkil hai. So students, how do we conserve the water? Conservation of water resources, the overuse have to be reduced. We have to use wisely, stop polluting the water, don't allow the dirt water to join into the fresh water. Try to have a proper drainage system. The uses of the agricultural chemicals have to be reduced. The pesticides and the fertilizers uses has to be maintained as per the index given by the government. Should not be uses for the harmful levels. The industrial effluents are to be treated before they are released into the water. So when we treated the water, the chemicals should be removed of the water, and that water does not much harm for water. We need to encourage forest growth. That is afforestation. So with the forest and the vegetations will not allow to topmost soil layer who go away. That is a soil erosion happening. And also when the water gets slower, it started to go to the underground levels. So underground water level should be increased. If we increase forest and vegetation, water harvesting also has to be done. You need to dig pits. These pits should have some kinds of muds and stones. So the water which fall on the stones and go and observe by the mud in these pits which are digging. So water should coming from rain go directly increase the underground water levels, and we should also use common system of drip irrigation, and also can use sprinklers in order to use open water system. So the conservation of water is highly required. So children, hope you understand the topic, and if you have any doubt, ask me. Thank you.